Hi everyone, this is Lemis Martins do from Knowledge and Skills. Welcome to all of you here to the Knowledge and Skills Portal webinar presenting our new talent portal. I see here that we have audience from Portugal, from Tunisia, USA, Morocco, and so on. Welcome to all of you. Let's start with an introduction, then our concern as corporation, then of course our mission, our services, and after that, the technology behind our solution, who is endorsing us, and finally, a demonstration of ksportal.net. Knowledge and Skills is an edtech startup founded in 2020, located at Cité de l'Entreprise Macan in France, not far from Lyon, and all information about it can be consulted on www.knowledgeandskills.eu. This startup was founded and is managed by myself, Dr. Ange Lemis Martins do Outeiro, having more than 5 years of academic and industrial experience in France and abroad, and my PhD expertise field is mechanical engineering. I worked with consulting firms like AM Valor, Go Concept, energy firms like CEA, and automotive like Faurecia. Knowledge and Skills is interested in academics and instructors as individuals and institutions and organizations able to produce educative, informative, and technical content destined to engineers, corporates, and companies, even engineering students who are information seekers in the fields of mechanics, materials, electric, and industrial engineering. For the first category, content creators, especially online instructors and lecturers, in order to produce online instructive content of good quality, they need to record or produce live streaming, use a dedicated website or online application, sometimes lead a campaign of digital prospection to attract audience and learners, and this process is costly and time consuming. And what about the scientific and technical information seeker? So the mission is not easy for both corporates and students. In fact, to get access to high quality certified information, they must choose between consulting an expert, leading a bibliographic research in trusted books and papers, or use the most common way, but not necessarily the best, which is using an online research engine and track the reference of the information and its origin to be sure about the quality of the content. At last, this process in all cases can be expensive and or time-consuming. Knowledge and Skills Portal simplifies the task for both sides. For instructors and lecturers, they can use KS Portal platform, which hosts their content, reviews it by senior pairs, validates its content and audiovisual quality, lead prospection campaigns, publishes it as video courses, live video classes, and conferences replay. Corporates and students consult it from their side, check its quality and buy it, so the instructors get their remuneration. The only condition imposed to publish via KS Portal is respecting the engineering thematics evoked previously. So to sum up, using ksportal.net allows publication of high quality content, access to high quality information, saving money and time. But in particular, what are the benefits of a talent user, an instructor? 1. Gaining international notoriety as our clients are international. 2. Getting its publication references. Indeed, all original video publications are attributed DOI number and have a public web page in the web journal Knowledge and Skills, which has the ISSN 2800-2083. 4. Earning money, and 5. Saving time, of course. ksportal.net solution is software as a service based on coded and artificial intelligence to allow its users to profit from all its features. The software is fully existing in the cloud thanks to Amazon Web Services and is protected by security encrypting layers with Cloudflare, and all the payments are handled safely by our partner Stripe. All the servers are located in Europe, and data handling respects strictly the RGPD applied in the European Union. Till now, many organizations supported our startup, and we have been endorsed by the Public French Bank of Investment, BPI. Now let's take a look into ksportal.net. So in your browser, click www.ks-portal.net. Then when you click on the portal page, you will end up inside this page where you have the introduction, apprentice portal, and the talent portal. You can also learn much more about us and how to handle this platform in text format. You will have also an introduction of the administrative board of KS Portal and the editorial board, the people who will review your submissions, some statistics about the users and the videos available inside the platform. You can also contact us using the forms inside the page, contact us, and so on. But now we will see in particular the talent portal and how to use it. So the first thing to do is to create an account. So don't worry, it's free. Just you will need to click on create a free account. Then you will end up inside this page. You need to fill a form. Don't worry, there are some sensitive information, but it's not needed from the first time. For example, the tax identification number, just write NTD, and then once you begin selling content and gaining money, you need to provide it as it's needed by the tax administration here in France, so it's an obligation. Then now let's suppose that we have our talent talent account, which is validated by the administrator, and you've got the notification by email that it was validated, so you can go inside it and you can publish a video course. You can change your data inside your profile. You must fill a biography so people will see your CV inside the platform. You will write information about your education, your work record, the organization where you are working, and so on. But be careful, if you need to put the logo of your affiliation, you need to have all the authorizations of your institution or your company. Then let's now publish a course, and then we will upload a video. Let's see then. Okay, now we've got a video, so it's just an example. It's not a real course. So we click on submit now, so you will see it loading. Generally, if it's a heavy file, it will take much time, but it's recommended to put a video with 1080 resolution or high quality video, and wait for it. It's better than low quality and then getting refused. Now you can put you can visualize the video that you have submitted, so it's okay. Now we need sorry, we need to fill the test for if you wish that your students will take a test and get a certificate validating that they learned well their course. General, it's a multiple choice questions test. You need to propose 10 different questions. Each question has 4 possible answers, and then inside this form you will take the right answers. So our robot will recognize them, and once the student will select them, he will validate them. And at the bottom you write why you chose those correct answers or explanations of the answers. And then you save, So go back to course. Then moreover, of course, we need to write a description of the course. And here, so just loading, it takes bit of time because it's loading the video, I suppose. So I'm sorry for that. Okay, here we go. Now for the form that we need to fill, selecting the branch, mechanical engineering here, for example, the category, so manufacturing processes, example, we choose the language. You can put videos in 3 different languages, either English, French, or German. It's up to you, but it's preferable to be English. Then the estimated lesson time, please put always 1 hour, except if the video lasts more than 1 hour. Then you can choose the price you want, and then the title you want, and of course write a description of the lesson, the course, and you can write the content, the target audience, or if you have any link, hyperlink, you can put it, you write whatever you want inside. Then after that, at your right, you can also attach a support document, PDF or PPT. So for people who want that Knowledge and Skills produces the video and you want to just to put as a video their webcam speech, they can add a PPTX file including their presentations, and we take care of the rest. We will make a nice video for the course, starting from just webcam video and slides course. Then you should choose one from the 3 different options. So if you are our partner, you will have a partner code in advance, and then you write it inside the partner institution code. If you don't have the code, so you need to choose one option, either normal regular peer review process or the other one, advanced process. Now here we shows the regular process, so we need to pay by card. Once the payment is accepted, so you can also check, of course, the price that you will pay, but be careful, prices shown are free of taxes. So if you are in the European Union, you will see 20% of taxes added. Then once you buy your item, you will receive an email like this, including your invoice, of course. If you have any problem, you can contact our customer service. There is no problem. We will respond as soon as possible. Then once you submit your course or save it, you will find it inside your board. Just you need to click on course preview. You will see it as an apprentice, see it here. And if someone asks a question, leave the question, you will see it here. You can also preview your evaluation test. So what we wrote, we just wrote here the 10 questions. Okay, now let's go back to the talent board. So we will see the other options regarding the courses submitted. Here, for example, I've got a saved course, submission needing revision. So I've got the feedback from the reviewers saying that it needs revision. So to submit the revision, it's free of charges. You just need to update the video and the attached document, or modify the content in function of what you have received in your review feedback email. So then you save, you choose second option, so it's not a problem, it's a free for a revision version. You agree with the terms and conditions, and then you will submit the lesson. So once submitted, it will go to the second review. Generally, if it's validated, it's okay. It will be published inside the Library of Knowledge and Skills portal, and you will be notified by email. Then here, yes, you see it's submitted, but it's not yet reviewed. We wait for the notification of the administration. Here we've got 3 published courses, for example. For the published ones, we can view them and answer questions if there are any. Then what we can do also with KS Portal is give a live course. So here it's you will just fill a form including all information about that course concerning which branch, which category, language, the estimated time, the price you want from selling a seat inside your live course. Write whatever you want, but just to know the prices here in Europe, in France in particular, they are between 250 and 750 for a session, full session, and then your commission will be defined in advance with the administrator of the platform. You will exchange emails generally if he validates your lesson content and find it relevant to its clients. So here, for example, we will write test lesson description. Okay, anything. Sorry. Of course, we need to define the lesson date and hour. Be careful writing the dates. So in France, the norm is writing the day, then month, then year. I know in Anglophone countries they write month, then day, then year. After that, we need to define the minimum and maximum number of attendants. This is important. And then validate. So once your form is submitted, you will find it inside your survey creations. And if the administrator reviews your submission and is okay, and he has consulted an expert to validate your program, he will contact you as soon as possible to fix the terms and sign a contract of sales. Anyway. Now I forgot something about giving live courses, that once your course is validated and the administrator contacts you, he will give you a code that you will write it inside join a live course window, and then click join now, and you will be redirected to your virtual class. Now we've seen all the features regarding the talent portal. Now let's see how an apprentice will see the lessons you published. Let's use here my apprentice account. Then let's log in. Sorry. Here the apprentice can use a search engine by keywords. So here, for example, machining, he will find one course about machining processes. It's open access, so he doesn't have to pay for it. You can find the description. You can write his ask questions to the person that gave the lesson. And also the important thing that he can do is he can download the support document and consult the biography of the instructor, the things you filled inside your data profile. So the apprentice is reassured that the person he is talking to or he is seeing inside the video is competent. He can also see the other publications of the same person, the same instructor. He can also consult the saved courses that he bought and the certificates that he got once responding correctly to the evaluation tests. So a certificate will seem like this one. Then the other thing that he can do is attend a live course. So once he buy a seat inside your class, he will receive a code, and then he will write it then in attend a live class. the day he's got his class. Thank you very much for watching this demonstration. I hope you enjoyed it, and do not hesitate to create your own accounts and test the platform by yourselves, and we are open to your feedbacks. They are really, really important as we are in the stage of the beta version of our software. If you have any question, if you face any problem, do not hesitate to contact us by email, by the forms inside the website. Whatever, we are here to help you.